Yeah, mate, just leaving now. Honestly, I know, we should just rent the entire wing. We'd fill it in no time at this rate. Yeah, mate, yeah, I'll be at training in 10. Alright, just try and make sure everybody's fit when I get there.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 2, Episode 2 today, and we have big relegation 6-pointers coming up against Gorica and somebody else whose name escapes me. And, well, we start in the medical center, and as we know, historically on this channel, that does not mean good news. So, you can see over here, two guys just back from injury. Milatovic, who was, of course, or is still our goalkeeper, and this guy, Gordelji, one of the strikers. So they've just come back from injury. We have been without them for a little while, but that is just the beginning of the injury crisis that we've gone through, because still on the injured list is Dashka. Now, he is out. He's been out more long-term. He's already been out for 3 weeks, another 2 or 3 weeks before he gets back. So he has a lower back stress fracture, which is not good news. We sent him off to a specialist. Hopefully, it's going to be not a recurring problem for him, but a big loss is Dashka. Also missing is Memic. Now, he's already been missing for about a week, another week or two before he comes back. Without wanting to give too much away before we catch up on the games that have been played off camera, he has been absolutely superb. Very much more so, better than I thought he was going to be. So really pleased with him, but this is a very big loss for us. And injured in the same game was Filipovic. Now, he has again been missing for a week. He's due back any day now. I mean, not someone that we particularly want to be using, but when one right back goes down, you don't want your other right back going down in the same game. That makes life difficult, to say the least. So, yeah, that wasn't ideal. Now, one bit of transfer news to catch you up on in terms of players coming back to the club is Mandic. Now, he wasn't playing at his club on loan, and obviously with Milatovic's injury, we needed another goalkeeper to come back, so we cancelled that loan. Ideally, now I'd like to send him back out, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, the fact that a newly promoted team to the second tier didn't play him in the opening few games of the season suggests that we might be we're not stuck with him, but it'll certainly hamper his development if he does stay with us. Now, transfer window is still open. It's not going to be open for too much longer, but we have made some signings. The first one is this guy, Peter Bosanic. Now, he is a defender. He's a left-footed defender. I do feel like we needed to still strengthen the defence, so we've gone and done that. He's 28 years old. He's on £500 a week, and there is a little bit to like about him, I've got to say. Fairly well-rounded, good determination. That can only be a good thing. Now, if we look at his career to date, he sort of came through at Hajduk Split, spent a little bit of time out on loan, never really cracked their team. He was at Istra for a couple of seasons, and then he's done a bit of an Eastern Europe tour, and was released by FC Riga, and we have now snapped him up. So hopefully he's going to be a useful signing for us, and we're going to look to try and move on some of the defenders that we sort of kept on last season, just so we had numbers. I'm sort of happy to let them go now. Next up, it is a loan signing, Luka Pasilja on loan from Mostar, which Zrinski knows, which I think is a Serbian team. He is Croatian, he's 20, he's very good, potentially good as well. I got him in because we were obviously the Mahajevic injury, or whatever his name is, Milatovic's injury. So, yeah, we got him in on loan, and ideally I'd like to keep him, but we can't afford that transfer fee of upwards of £1 million. Now, he also, like every Croatian player who's any good, came through Dinamo Zagreb, and then has been also to their Bosnian side. Spent a season on loan last season against the team that got promoted, and we have now picked him up on loan. And again, if we can keep him permanently, I'd be more than happy to do so. We're going to need a little bit of help. We can't afford £1 million, as I said. And the third signing is one that has literally just come through the door. Fran Tomic. He is on loan from Dinamo Zagreb, and he's a useful midfielder for us. Now, he's just one of these guys that I just signed because he's good. I don't know where or how we're going to use him yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. And we look at his career to date. For a 22-year-old, he has barely played for his parent team. He's played for their second team, but yeah, it looks like he's actually left and come back to Dinamo Zagreb. So that's just selfish. Why would you? So maybe he didn't ever actually leave. Anyway, we've got him on loan for the year, and like I say, he's literally just come through the door, so I don't know exactly what we're going to get from him yet. Got to turn my camera back on there. So finances are looking okay. We're making money, and that is because of friendlies. I'm just constantly playing friendlies to sort of keep. We've had a lot of trialists in, so to give them games, but also keep the guys that aren't playing, keep them up to match sharpness. So yeah, friendlies are keeping our head above water in terms of finances, so that's good news. But we've got to catch up on some games, don't we? Now, of course, when we left off, it was we were a little bit hit and miss. Weren't scoring goals, not playing terribly perhaps, and to try and get our first win, our first goal on the board, we only had the small task of going to defending champions Rijeka. We fell behind inside 10 minutes, but drew level when Bobic played in our goal. So, we got a point, we got a goal, and honestly, away from home to the defending champions, and we were the better team. We had a way higher XG than they did. They sort of scored from there. It wasn't even really a chance, was it? It was really frustrating, but we got, it's a massive point away from home to the defending champs. Huge stuff. Next up, it was Rudez. Now, of course, we lost to them in the Cup quarterfinal, wasn't it, last season? So let's see if we've taken a step forward now that we're promoted. Harabatic gave us an early lead. And Tregranic crossed for Radjakovic to make it 2-0 at half-time, before Stankovic found Mamic in space to get our third. And Babic slipped in Tregranic to make it 4-0. So we absolutely destroyed them. We are much the better team than them, which is promising. You know, obviously, we just need to beat one team in the league. And, well, if it's Rudez, I don't care who it is, as long as we beat somebody. And, yeah, we just absolutely played them off the park. Stankovic, his first start anyway. That is because of Dashka's injury. And, yeah, we just played very well indeed. Next up, it was against our affiliate team. I thought that would have been cancelled now that we're in the same division as them. But either way, it was Lokomotiva. We fell behind early. And it was 2-0 after 25 minutes. Before they got a third. But we pulled one back before half-time when Mamic crossed for a goal. Only for Lokomotiva to get a fourth after an hour. And then a fifth moments later. Before Radjakovic crossed for Gujelj to get one back. So honestly, I mean, we weren't as bad as the score suggests. We had the higher XG even. I mean, you could, using that, make the argument we should have won the game. We shouldn't have. We didn't defend well enough to do that. But yeah, this is maybe a situation where I tried to tinker with the defense, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Basenic came in. We moved Bakenic into the center of defense, and it just didn't really seem to work too well. I mean, it wasn't their fault. As I said, no one particularly played well. So yeah, really disappointing, but not as bad as it looked, I'd say. Final game to catch you up on was against Aussie. We fell behind early once again, before a deflection put them 2-0 up at half-time. But substitutes Purser and Tadic combined to pull one back. So again, we were so unlucky in this one. This was the game where Mamic and then a couple of minutes later Filipovic got injured, which didn't help things. Bakenic really didn't play well. Yeah, I mean, we didn't play well and arguably could have, should have, would have won the game. But as I said, it doesn't really matter, does it? We didn't win. And yeah, so let's have a look at the league table. It doesn't make for great reading, but, you know, to try and put a positive spin on things, we've been very unlucky. We haven't necessarily played badly, and we're a win 3 points outside of a European spot. We're a goal difference outside of the relegation zone, but there's a little bit to, Varazdin is going to be the second game today, isn't it? So yeah, there's a little bit to say, you know, it might not be terrible, but equally We've got to win the games. We've got to get the points when the points are there for us. So let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here in our first game. As I said, it is against Gorica, who are 5th right now. But as we've seen, the points are very close. We're expecting sort of a 4-4-2 diamond out of them. And this is the team that we're sending out. It is Meritovic in goal. He's just back fit. Is he actually fit? Yes, kind of. So he goes in goal. Basenic, Perkovic, and Karabatic is going to be a back three. It's the first time we've played them as a trio. And I'm hoping that that will kind of work out for us. Zhegovic has to play on the right-hand side because we don't have anybody else. And Radjakovic will be the left-sided fullback. Stankovic, this is the guy that's been playing in this role for us while Dashka's been injured. Doing a fairly good job of it too, I have to say. Persa and Tregranic are going to be the midfield duo. Babic is maybe just creaking a little bit. Prajic and Agul go up top. These two seem to play well together, but Agul doesn't play well with anybody else. So, yeah, I'm struggling to know exactly how to get the best out of Agul. I don't know if it is just Prajic needs to play next to him. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Do we recognise anybody in their lineup? I don't believe that I do. It's early days yet, of course, for us to be recognising too many players. We've got nothing to lose, which is what we're capable of. Nothing to lose. Let's just take the pressure off of us. And yeah, I mean, the dressing room atmosphere, I meant to show you dynamics actually, is not good. And yeah, it's one of these where I don't think it's going that badly. Obviously, you know, some of the 5-2 is just not really what we want. The recent form suggests it's not great, but we haven't had the easiest run of games either. You know, we've played Dinamo, and we've played all of these teams. Everybody above us, most teams are above us, but you know what I mean. The teams that are at the very top, we've all played. Dinamo, for whatever reason, I mean, that 3-0 result to them is starting to look not particularly good, but yeah, I really don't think it's quite as bad as it looks and as it kind of feels, and the game is suggesting it is. But ultimately, we haven't got the points, and that is always concerning, isn't it? As a newly promoted side, when you deserve to get points, when you should be taking something, you've really got to do it, because otherwise it can start and drift away from you quite quickly. And of course, the biggest thing is dressing room atmosphere, and that is not particularly good. And we've fallen behind early again, or have we? It didn't look offside, if I'm honest. Whether or not they weren't behind the ball, can VAR do us a favour? No, it can't. I tell you what, we've not had any favours from VAR this year. All our goals are being ruled out by it, and it's not really doing us a favour the other way. As yeah, between Vasenic and Rajikovic, they couldn't keep it out. And yeah, it didn't look offside, I have to say, but you can always hope for okay, let's try berating. They seem to play better when I berate them. So maybe that's the sort of team we have. Persa over a free kick. He'll do well to score from there, and he's had a go, but it was never really likely to do that, was it? It needed a ball in there for someone like Karabatic to get his head on. Here we go. Rajikovic. Stankovic has it now. Tregranic. Wide there for Jerkovic. Now he is more left-footed than right-footed. He has a go, and he's hit the crossbar, has he? Let's give them some encouragement from the corner. Can Tregranic find someone's head? It is headed away. It is Perkovic picking it up. Back in there for, here we go with Karabatic. Again, don't want you to play football, mate. Just use your head, please. Wide for Perkovic, our centre-back playing out there on the right wing, which is exactly where we want him. And unsurprisingly, we just go back to the keeper and try again. Stankovic, back to the goalkeeper. We're building from the back, which is absolutely fine. Drawing them out. Rajikovic, and again we go back to Basenic. Stankovic. It's the long old highlight, this one, isn't it? There's a nice little ball around the corner for a goal. Can you find Tregranic running, and he cuts inside himself? A goal! A goal with the goal. It's 1-1. And, well, it was a very nice goal as well, wasn't it? That's what a goal can do. He's a very, very frustrating player. But nice little ball around the corner from Persa. And he's cut inside, taken a touch to steady himself, and not given the goalkeeper much of a chance. So, 1-1. Away from home, it's one of these. It might be a good result for us. As I said last episode, we just need to just fight and grind and take every point we can. And we've not had much in terms of possession here, but we're sort of limiting their chances, as Tregranic almost able to put a goal in early there, but I don't think it wasn't quite a good enough ball, was it? But I don't think a goal was quite ready for it either. As they lump it forward. We should win that. We do. Prajic has it now. He loses out. And we find ourselves on the back foot again. As Jerkovic, we don't need you getting yourself sent off here, mate. Cross comes in. And, oh, this time just over the top. Is there something more that we could be doing here? Let's try demand more. I don't particularly like that. Rajikovic with a throw. A goal. He's got Purser with him. He's not going to go himself from there, is he? Surely. Stankovic for Jerkovic. He needs a right foot, doesn't he? He just doesn't have one as he wins it back. But there we go, Purser. A goal penalty! Surely a push in the back, ref! Oh, that is surely a push in the back. I thought that was the whole point of the highlight there. I don't understand how that wasn't. And we've done well to snuff out that danger. And this long old highlight continues. Pranjic gets it wide for Rajakovic. We've got players through the middle. Purser was making a good run. We didn't quite use it. We chip it in towards the back post. And it's over the top from a goal, I think it was in the end. And that is going to be half time, is it? Yes. So 1-1 at the break. And a little bit like other games. I mean, this is more even than some of the other ones have been. But we're very much in the game. Let's go with, we've been the better team. I'm happy. Let's go with, we've been the better team. Just keep going. And other than the goal, it's difficult to remember them having too many, really, really good chances. I guess they tried the same trick twice and we were able to sort of snuff it out second time around. But the momentum of the game, that first half was more or less Jarun dominated. And that, oh, don't give that. How is that a penalty if our one wasn't? VAR is going to check it, is it? But it's never not given. And we're going to find ourselves behind again unless I trip over his name. We need another goalkeeper. And it's finished and it is... Oh, it's 2-1. We've got a few bookings out there as well, which is never ideal. Majetovic, yeah, goes the wrong way. And again, we'll try a berating because they seem to react to that. Not so much on this occasion. All right, what can we do differently here? Bosenic gets it wide for Rajakovic. Nice ball there for Purser. A goal. Can he find a ball into the middle? He's gone a long way. He's found Pranjic. Is that a penalty? It's blocked and blocked again, and it is going to be a corner. A goal to take it. I don't think we've ever seen him take a corner, have we? Whips one in. It is headed away. Pranjic is there. What can he do? He's got Trajovic. I can't say these names on the run. It's off the crossbar, was it? Jerkovic has just tried to chip one in and hit the crossbar. We're not doing a lot wrong, are we? Let's try just encouraging them. We do have our on loan Dinamo Zagreb player. So let's get him on for Trogrenic. Where are you there, Tomic? There you are. Pranjic not having a great game, so let's get Tadic on for him. Gujali, or whatever his name is just coming back from injury, so that's why we probably could get a little bit of time out of him. But Tadic has done quite well coming off the bench, so let's hope that we can continue that. As, and Tomic, can he make an instant impact? I mean, Jarun's got to be a pretty good deal for Dinamo Zagreb players to come on loan to, doesn't it? Because you're in the same city, you're still in the top flight. I would have thought it's I mean, obviously, Jerkovic. He's only there because we have nobody else, and now he's got himself sent off. Alright, so given the situation of the game, we are going to go just two at the back. Bosenic is going to come off. He's in danger of being booked. He's playing rubbish anyway. And we're going to bring on a right-sided winger to play fullback. So what could possibly go wrong there? But ultimately, I mean, we just need to... we need to try and get a goal here if we can. So that's what we'll do, I suppose, is, to stick a more attacking player out there. We'll look to exploit the flanks and see what we can do. Tomic with a corner. Can he find a head in the middle? It's a good opportunity for us, obviously, a set piece, but not to be on that occasion. And Stankovic should really be in the middle with a jumping reach of 17. Why is he... I'll have to double check why he's out there. Anyway, Tomic's done really well. It's in the middle for Rocco Purser. And it's 2-2. Two of the new signings combined. That is Purser's first for the club. And it is 2-2 when we only have 10 men. What a bit of play this was. Tomic, round he goes, past the men, draws three in, and Purser not picked up. No one's there. We've got three in the middle with only two defenders back. And just like that, it is 2-2, and this would be a big point if we could go and get it. We've only had 39% possession as well. It's not been our greatest game. Tadic goes back there for Karabatic. Perkovic. There's an argument to say now, do we sit back a little bit more? Maybe take off one of the strikers. Radjakovic. We couldn't go in front, could we? Radjakovic loses out. And here come Gorica again. As Karabatic is claiming offside. I'd rather you just defend it, if I'm honest, mate. Let VAR look at it. And they've got to seem to have an extra man here. And, oh, what a save that is. All right, I think we do need to try and protect the point we've got here. So, Ghoul, you've had a great game, mate. But we're going to be taking you off. We're going to be bringing on an extra centre-back in Bekanic. Now, he's not been playing well of late. But we need that extra man at the back. And he's probably the guy I trust most to do that. Tadic as a deep lying forward. You're just going to do that job up there by yourself. And yeah, I mean, there's an argument to say at this point we don't possibly want a winger playing fullback, but that is sort of what we've got. We probably also want to be more disciplined now and waste time a little bit more. We'll keep all these other things the same, I think, because that's kind of been working for us. But we do just need, I think, to start and... No, we don't want to shut the game down. Tadic has given away a free kick. It's not a terrible place to give one away. Can we defend it, though, now is the big question. It looks like we can. Let's give them a focus. Let's go defensive as Perkovic heads away the corner. But still danger. Big danger. And they've gone in front again. And there's 6 minutes of stoppage time. But I don't know that we're going to have a way back in this one. That is just so disappointing. In the 90th minute. Bekanic just couldn't get across quick enough, could he? Do we have another sub we could make? No. So we've just got the one up front. What we could do is stick Purser forward and stick you forward. But yeah, I mean, even that is not gonna make that much of a difference, is it? Purser, you go on attack. Is there anything here for us? Can we go level again? No, we can't. And again, I mean, we weren't brilliant in that game, but oh, we were right there, weren't we? We were right there, and again, we haven't been able to take anything from it, and it's just not falling for us. So we've played 2 games more, and we just have our head above water. This is going to be a long, tough season, isn't it? We need to start getting results. Tomic made his debut as a ban for Djokovic, which isn't ideal. And if we look at dynamics, that is a problem, isn't it? We need to fix that hierarchically. The only person that opposes me is Mina, and honestly, I wish I hadn't given him his permanent contract. And the social groups, not terrible, but not great. But anyway, we've got another big 6-pointer coming up next against Varazdin. Let's hope we can get something from that one. Alright, welcome back. Now we're about to kick off against Varazdin as the bottom team in the division, so that's not great. But the transfer window has closed and we have done more signings. Arguably too many signings. Now this Martin Prajic has come in. He is a bit of cover at right back. We don't need a situation where we don't have any again. So free transfer signing. Fairly decent physically. Not too bad defensively, technically, and mentally he's not too bad either. I don't want this to drag on too long because of episode length, but basically he's been around the lower divisions in most of his career in Croatia. Next man in is another loanee from Dinamo Zagreb, Marko Zebic. Now, he is a young, promising centre-back. We will play him. I'm not 100% sure when or where, but we will play him. And, yeah, he's here on loan, only on a youth contract. There is a chance, a small chance, if he plays with us, if he likes us, maybe we can get him if he doesn't get his contract, big boy contract at Dinamo. But I suspect as a promising centre-back he will. And it might just be a short-term thing, him being with us. And the final one is another loan from Istra, and this is one I'm excited about. Elias Fillet, or Filet if you want to pronounce it correctly. He is a very, very well-rounded striker. He is going to be our deep-lying forward, and hopefully he's going to play a Ghoul very well off around him. And they can see he tries killer balls often, which is a good trait for us if we want him to be playing in the likes of... what's his face of a Ghoul. And we will have a look at his career to date because it's important. He is French, he's 22, and he has played not really ever top flight football outside of a couple of games in Croatia with Istra. So we need him. We need him to work. We just need him to work. So let's have a look at what we're doing here. It is a 4-2-3-1 that we're expecting out of them. And the team that we are sending out is Mijatovic in goal, Bikenic, Perkovic, and Karabatic as the back three. Mamic is back fit. We have had an international break, so it's given us some time to get some players back fit as well. So he goes down the right, Regikovic down the left. Stankovic goes as the deep line playmaker. We've just changed his role a little bit. Persa and Tregrenic are going to be in midfield. Then Filet gets the start next to Agul. As I say, these two need to score goals for us because it's the biggest thing that's letting us down right now. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. Now, this guy he played in the Premier League, I think, with Cardiff City, didn't he? I recognise that name, but I don't recognise too many others down there, I don't think. At home, this is an absolutely huge game. Home form is important to us. This is one that we really, really do need to win. It's not the end of the world if we don't. But, what we don't want to risk is getting cut adrift. The board still have, there's no sort of concerns there. There's no sort of risk of being sacked imminently. And they did say fight bravely against relegation, and we were heavy favourites to go down. So all of that should kind of work into our favour in terms of keeping the job. But yeah, if we lose here, we do risk being cut adrift a little bit. And obviously, we do not be wanting that. But this is it now. This is our team that we've got till the January window. And we kind of do need it to work. We've got a fairly big squad. I was trying to sell the likes of some of the players that we just don't need anymore. We might be getting Mina out. There's a chance he could be heading back to the second tier in Croatia, but outside of that, we've not really had any interest. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but the guys that I signed to those contracts, I don't regret doing it because I wasn't sure what sort of players we'd be able to sign, and if we were going to regret not having them, as Mijatovic makes a very good save there to prevent us going down again inside the first 10 minutes, which we have a very nasty habit of doing, and that just makes it very difficult for us then, doesn't it? We constantly seem to be needing to come back. So, yeah, let's see how this works. But yeah, this is our squad now, more or less. Is there anybody that's injured that might come into it? I don't necessarily think so. Oh, and as if that goes in against us. And it's just not going our way, is it? I mean, one of the goals that was scored in that last game was ridiculous. And we've got another one here. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, let's just encourage them again. I think next port of call is we're going to have to start playing friendlies, not for money, but for results to try and help boost up morale a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we can only play... Oh, there's a good move by Regikovic. Can he pull it back across goals? Is he going to go himself? He does, and he draws a good save. But it doesn't matter if it's a good save because it needs to be in the back of the net. It doesn't matter if it goes in off somebody's butthole. We just need the ball in the net. Tregrenic, can he get a cross in now? Regikovic is in a bit of space. He's gone a long way. He pulls it back into a good area, but it's cleared into touch. And we'll have the attacking line out. Yeah, I mean, what else can we do here? We're, again, having more of the possession, but we need to find a way to turn possession into goals, don't we? We are working on, as you would imagine, chance creation, chance conversion, all those sorts of things. So we're just not quite seeing the results of it yet on the pitch. As there's a good ball, and it's a belting finish from Elias Phillip. There you go, son. On debut, 1-1. And like I said, he has to work. We do have the option to buy him for 130 grand at the end of the season. I don't expect we'll be doing that, mainly because it's 130 grand I don't expect to have. But yeah, I wanted a striker in that I thought could do a job next to a goal, and I'm hoping that Philip's going to be the guy. So it is 1-1. That could be important. Dashka's not too far away from coming back. Actually, Dashka's the man that would come into this squad, isn't he? He's the one I was back of my mind was thinking of. Can we get to that first? Perska, not quite. And Varazdin will come forward again. There is a chance Vashka could play at the back for us as well. It's just so soft. It's just so soft. Mamic is not a good defensive fullback. Brilliant going forward. And can we pin the blame wholly on him here? And I think the answer to that is a resounding yes. He just didn't go with his man. And possibly we should have done better in the middle as well. But we find ourselves behind yet again. And we've got to highlight Mamic. Can he make up for that now going the other way? Let's see what he can do. Mamic. Back to Karabatic. Stankovic is in a bit of space. We use him. Can he thread a ball through? It's a tackle. It looked a little bit of a lungy tackle, didn't it? But here we go. Mamic has found the ball at his feet. Can he whip across him now? Mamic, it gets a deflection. It's still there for Fillet. Back to Mamic. To Troganin. Surely Radjakovic! It was patience. It was beautiful. And it is 2-1. No, it's not. It's 2-2. And, well, thankfully, we found ourselves level again. Fillet is looking. That's composure, isn't it? That's really, really good composure. And what about Troganin to find Radjakovic at the back post, completely unmarked? And that was needed. Their lead only lasted 2 minutes and we're back level. And can we go ahead before half time? Doesn't look like it's going to happen. But it is 2-2 at the break. Another game that we're more than in. And we just need to finish it off now. We just need to finish it off. What if we go with I'm not happy? It's a little bit of a risk, but the match ratings aren't great. And we've been saved. I mean, you'd almost say we've been saved twice by Fillet. He got the first goal, then the composure for the second one was absolutely brilliant. Let's encourage the Mamic with another highlight to begin with him. Karabatic. It's another good touch there by Fillet, wasn't it? Just looking like he might be a little bit of a difference maker. Bacanic forward there for Purser. I think too, one of the things that I've got to do now as well is sort of pick our team and just keep a settled team. I have perhaps been guilty of chopping and changing a little bit too much. As Fillet again does brilliantly. Mamic has been played in here. Can he pick out someone? He can, and it's Fillet again. And Elias Fillet might be the saviour of Jarun. It is 3-2 now early in the second half. And, well, maybe 130 grand is going to be a bargain if we can afford it. He has looked an absolute class above anybody else on the pitch, hasn't he? What a first appearance it has been. Agul isn't having a great game. I wonder if we could go and stick Tadic up next to him. Let's give them some praise. We're dominating possession all of a sudden and looking quite good. Agul has been away with Palestine as well, so it could be that he's a little leggy from that. Although it didn't say you had a heavy match load, so it should be okay. Now what we've got to do is make sure we don't fall behind. Oh, not another penalty. I mean, VAR never overturns them, does it? So it's going to have Majetovic with a chance, I guess, to keep us ahead. Postanjovski. Have a miss, mate. Have a miss. Oh, Jesus. It was like underside of the corner there, wasn't it? I mean, it's what you say is the perfect penalty, but it was less than... It wasn't even inches. It was millimetres away from missing. Oh, how has that gone in? And it's 3-3, and our second tier Blues in front of goal defending, they're coming back again, aren't they? We just cannot defend. All right, Karabatic is not having a good game and on a booking, so let's get our young defender on from Dinamo, and let's hope he can help us see out at least a point here. We don't need to be losing this one, do we? Stankovic for Gravic. Fillet again. Oh, it's a nice little bit of play. Can we play in another one here? It's a cross for Radjakovic, Stankovic, Mamic. We're toying with them, but we need to stop playing with our food and just eat it. Come on, boys. Can we put the pressure on? Can we win that back? Not quite. Stankovic is not... He doesn't run, Stankovic. He can pass, he can jump, but he can't run. Radjakovic, we cannot afford this goal. We go, and it's gone in again. Why can't we defend? We're going to be doing nothing but defensive training for the next month. And once again, we are behind. It's 4-3 now. And, I mean, you need to be defensively solid to stay in divisions, don't you? And we're not that. We're just not that. All right, can we stick somebody forward? Okay, Babic, you go and stand up there, mate. Let's see what you can do. Can we berate them? Is there something late on here for us? And again we lose, and again we lose a game we didn't necessarily deserve to lose. They've only just out XG'd us, and they had a penalty. I mean, that first goal that went in, I mean, it's just unlucky. It's So we are not adrift yet, but we're not finishing mid-table, are we? We just need to stay up, and yeah, I mean, you'd rather have a team, I suppose, that scores goals than doesn't. But we are just woefully hopeless when we come to defend. He was a positive, that's for sure. That looks like it might work, and he was looking on his loanee. He's probably massively regretting loaning him, having seen that, surely. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today. It doesn't make great reading, that does it? We can't even get a result in the friendlies. We got our first round tie in the cup. It's a non-league side, so that should be absolutely fine. We've got Hajduk Split coming up next. They're top of the league, so we're away to home from them. And I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Dinamo and Rijeka at home, two of the biggest teams in the country. And yeah, we need to try and get something there. And if we can take anything from these two away games in the meantime, we should get through the cup okay. I mean, we need a cup run just for morale, if nothing else, don't we? Anyway, guys, take care.